And we are live.
What's going on, everybody? We're starting off the episode today with a table smack. Today is Thursday, November 19th, and welcome to Checkpoint. We still don't have a tagline for the show, but you know what's going on with your number one, maybe number two gaming podcast, coming to you with all the latest and greatest news and information. I'm your host, James Walmer, joined by my co-host, the one and only Vincent DeSantis, also known as @Bobashinga. Finn, how you doing this week?
I'm doing so good. James, you and I both have our hands now on the PlayStation 5.
Yes, we do. And we will have a first impressions video up very soon.
Yes, soon. We have to record that video and get it up, but it will be up and it's going to happen.
Soon.
It's going to be awesome. But how are you feeling about it? Give me the 2-minute James rundown on the PS5 one weekend or less than a weekend.
It is undeniably quick. It is fast on its toes. It is the crouching tiger that can go in all directions at once, and it does it well, does it with power.
Sure.
I think the DualSense is one of the most next-gen things I've ever put in my hands. And the games are incredible. I've been playing Demon's Souls, I've been playing Spider-Man Remastered, haven't gotten to Miles Morales yet, but the hardware is extremely promising for what'll be an incredible generation of gaming.
Talk about that integrated PlayStation Store. No load time in there. You just going over to the left and the store loads right up. It's crazy.
I love it. It's a little harder to find deals now. I want like a little deals tab or deals section.
Okay.
But I like the big cards. I like the big everything very much on display.
Yeah.
Very simplified. It's great.
The only problem I'm having right now is my DualSense will not charge to full capacity. And I've encountered a couple rest mode incidents, but other than that, it's been great. Yes,
I have been cruising with no issues whatsoever. There was one time that I tried to boot up Demon's Souls and it just stayed on the intro screen for like a minute or so, and then I put it in rest mode and then booted it back up and it was fine.
Interesting. I mean, but there was also a software update that we'll talk about later. Like there's stuff they're trying to stabilize, but
right.
Neither of us have an Xbox, so I can't really speak on that. But I hear they're doing great,
But we're
too.
Both having a great time with the
Hell yeah,
PlayStation 5. Finn, you platinumed Astrobot?
This week, I platinumed Astrobot. Let's go. First PS5 platinum for me. We are playing... I've been playing Call of Duty Cold War on the PS5 and
how's that?
Bugsnax. Cold War is not a good Call of Duty game, in my opinion. But it is fun playing with friends. I always have a good time playing with friends. I just don't think it's worth $70, in my opinion. Straight up.
Oh, one thing I should mention is I have tried Party Chat through the the PlayStation app, and it works great.
Cool, that's good to know. I haven't tried that yet.
I also really like that it gives you a notification when your download's finished.
Yeah, dude, I got a text.
That's
I got a text
cool.
when Spider-Man downloaded. It was awesome. Tonight I'm starting Miles Morales because I got a big assignment done, so I can finally like focus on playing that for a little bit. So yeah,
sweet,
stoked on that. But yeah, again, we'll have a bunch of more thoughts on that for our PS5 impressions video. It's going to happen. But yeah, other than that, that's all I've been playing.
Cool.
So that's pretty much it. Let's just get right into it.
Let's get right into it.
Story number 1. Hitman devs reveal 007 James Bond Origins game. This comes from Ryan Gillum at Polygon. We don't really have a lot of details. Thank you. Well,
go ahead, Vince.
DMCA, we're striked. That's it. They're pulling our YouTube videos down. Twitch, we're canceled.
Please don't take this video down, Twitch.
Yeah, just because of that. So we get a little teaser trailer, which is just basically a gun, right? And you see like the bullet get loaded in the chamber, and it's like a camera going down the inside of the chamber of a gun. It turns around, and it's the classic.
It's playing the music, yep.
It's the classic, like the bullet spin
Spirals
in the inside.
Down the rifling of the barrel.
And it's like, you know what I mean? Yeah. And
Shut up, him.
Sorry. But yeah, this gets me hyped. It's coming from the Hitman devs who do pretty good third-person movement. I'm a little worried about how clunky. Like James Bond should feel like super fluid, and I don't know if the Hitman games look or play super fluid. I've only played the Hitman Hitman 1 as in 2016 Hitman, or 2015 Hitman,
You know the when they did the episodic releases?
That's the one I played.
Oh, okay, yeah, I played that one as well, and that was the last one.
It was
the
fine.
only one that I played. Did you do the free mission that was like the mansion?
Yeah.
That's what I did too.
It's cool, but on PlayStation they gave you like the whole free episodes like a year later. Like you could play it all for free. And so I went through like most of those, and it was cool, but it felt a little clunky. And I don't think that this James Bond game should feel clunky. I'm sure they're figuring it out, but I thought it's an interesting choice of studio. So this is made by IO Interactive Studio. It will tell the British Secret Service operative's origin story, and it's in development for modern systems and platforms. Aside from that, we do have no other information at all.
Yep. That's all we got.
It's cool. I'm super excited for it.
Yeah, I'm excited. I actually think IO Interactive is a perfect studio to do this game because they're already in that vein of espionage driven
that's fair
games, right?
That's true. I didn't even think about that side of it. The last 007 game I played was 007 GoldenEye Reloaded on the PS3, which was basically a first-person shooter 007 game. It was a mess. It was a mess. I
think all of the 007 games are first person, right?
Do you think this is going to be the first person? That'd be interesting.
I do not. I think this is like total. I have nothing to base this off of.
Yeah.
But I think it is going to be a third person game.
Yeah.
The last 007 game I played was I want to say Nightfire.
Okay.
Like 2003 maybe on computer. It was like in a large part of, I think, was in like Serbia.
Okay.
And there was a whole set piece around like a mansion that you had to infiltrate and go through a dinner party.
Mansions.
It was sick. You had a laser watch that you can like burn locks off of and stuff like that.
Classic, good old spy stuff.
Yeah, I live for like the classic spy stuff.
Yeah, I know. Suits, watches,
the gadgets.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Love a gadget.
That's all you need. All right, and that's 007 game. We have no more details at all, but get hyped.
I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited.
Do you think it's going to be an original? I mean, do you think it would be someone who's based off of a previous Bond, or would they do an original Bond?
I had this thought recently, and I think that it's going to be original because Daniel Craig is phasing out, and we don't know who's going to be next or however that's going to play.
Even though this is Origins.
Even though it's Origins, I don't think it's going to be based on any like previous iteration of Bond that we've seen. I think it's going to be all brand new.
I agree.
Yeah.
Moving on. I think this was today. Was it this morning or yesterday?
Wednesday morning.
Then
Yesterday morning.
Wednesday morning. The Game Awards put out all of their nominees for all of their categories.
Yep.
So we'll go through a few of them, a few of the major ones.
The big ones, yeah.
Because we do plan on making a separate video for predictions and
we're going to do a predictions video or predictions in our pre-show and then actually cover. We're gonna live react to the Game Awards and have like our sheets of what our predictions were and have a little competition. It'll be fun. Healthy competition.
All right, starting off, Game of the Year. We have Animal Crossing: New Horizons, Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, and The Last of Us Part 2.
Before what do you think would win that out of those games?
I think it's gonna be The Last of Us Part 2, no question. And I haven't even played it.
So the only games I've played on this are New Horizons or Animal Crossing and The Last of Us. I haven't played anything else on here, so it's hard for me to say. I played the Final Fantasy VII Remake demo and I enjoyed it. Ghost of Tsushima, that's on my list. I will play it ASAP. Hades is in my Epic Game Store cart. It's just I haven't bought it yet. But I think that The Last of Us is not going to win this category. I think that Last of Us will win Best Narrative category, and Ghost of Tsushima will take Best Game based on buzz, but I haven't played it yet.
Very interesting. From what I heard, Ghost of Tsushima is good, but no one I've talked to besides maybe Cheesy, like, loves it.
Okay. Well, I've heard incredible things. I just don't know if the story is up to par with other things, but this is Game of the Year, and they have a different category for story. Right. But let's not forget about Animal Crossing, which has sold ridiculous.
I think Hades is going to be... I think Hades could be the one that swoops out from everybody and takes it.
Yeah.
Because everyone I know is obsessed with... Everyone who I know has played Hades is obsessed with it.
Right. I gotta play it. I've watched people play it, and I don't get it yet. Like
it's
it looks
at
cool.
least it's at least gonna take some of the other nominees, like maybe art direction or I don't know. I don't know enough about the game to make informed predictions, but it's gonna take something.
So okay,
I know that for sure.
I don't know. I can't even put my money on this yet. We'll have a whole show like where we say our specific picks, but I think right now, based off strictly buzz, I think that Ghost of Tsushima would win. Maybe Last of Us, but that's kind of like the easy way out. I still think
Last of Us Part 2 is gonna win.
James, you have to play Last of Us Part 2.
I know, that's on my list. What was the ad you sent me for all the Black Friday deals? Was that Target?
Target, you can get it for $30.
I'm sweeping Target for their deals.
Yeah,
Ghost of Tsushima 2 for $30, Ghost of Tsushima for $40, and Final Fantasy VII Remake for $25.
I'm gonna pick up Final Fantasy and Ghost, 100%. Yeah, we'll make it happen.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, best game direction. Is that a good one to go over?
Yeah. I just don't know. You should list them off. I just don't know really what it entails.
Okay, best game direction is not Godfall. It is Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, Half-Life Alyx, and The Last of Us Part 2. This is a hard one too, because I've only played.
So what? I have trouble understanding what does game direction entail.
It's just like, it's the person who wins this is the game director of the game. It's just like picking best director for a movie. Same.
Got it.
Same dealio, I would assume.
So it would be Neil Druckmann for Last of Us Part 2.
He did it with Kurt something for Last of Us Part 2. Yeah.
Okay.
But
I don't know anything about the development teams for this game.
Yeah. Okay. Go for the next one.
Up next, we have Best Narrative, starting first with 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, and The Last of Us Part 2.
I think The Last of Us has the narrative for this, no question. Even though people didn't like it, it's a compelling story. And it's just because people didn't like it doesn't mean... no, it's good that they had that reaction to not like it. That's what makes a story so interesting, in my opinion.
Yes. Yeah. It's very polarizing.
Very polarizing.
And very controversial.
And yes, so in chat, we did a whole episode about Naughty Dog working conditions. It wasn't looking good. It wasn't looking good at all. Yeah. Big F.
Big F for Naughty Dog staff.
What other ones should we go over here?
Let's do performance, I like art direction, and let's do.
Okay, yeah, art direction. Go for that.
Because I'm a sucker for good art.
Yeah.
First we have Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, and The Last of Us Part 2.
Right.
I think it will go to Hades.
Yeah, me too. I think that's a solid winner for Hades right there. Another good one is best performance. We have Ashley Johnson as Ellie in The Last of Us Part 2, Laura Bailey as Abby in The Last of Us Part 2, Daisuke Tsurugi as Jin Sakai in Ghost of Tsushima. We have Logan Cunningham as Hades in Hades, and Najaj Jeter as Miles Morales in Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales. I don't know. We'll see. I'll see Miles Morales tonight, but I don't think he's gonna win.
A lot of good picks here.
Right. I don't know. Crazy. It's crazy.
Just from what I know.
Also, very important to note, there is no white men on this list for best performance, which is the first time.
Is Logan Cunningham? Sounds like a white name.
It might be, but I was told that there was none on this list, and that's the first time in Game Awards. Yeah, there you go.
Sweet. Super cool. I love that. Oh yeah. No, he might be like Dominican, but
there you go.
Yeah, all minorities. That's super cool. I love it. Love the representation.
Yeah, that's kind of it. But those are the big ones. Obviously, there's a lot more.
But a woman, cheesy. You're right.
What?
Oh.
I don't know about chat there. Okay, well that's a different story.
I don't know. No.
That's a different story. Okay. Right. Next up, guys, we have a lot of Cyberpunk news. Okay.
We have so much Cyberpunk.
lot of Cyberpunk news. Okay.
First of all, we got a new Night City Live today with the Johnny Silverhand trailer. Had a whole Keanu interview with Boris interviews, talk about score and soundtrack. Finn, let's just start from the beginning.
Dissect this bad boy.
Trailer.
Yes. Johnny Hilversand.
Hilversand.
Yeah, go for it. It's all you.
We have Johnny Silverhand trailer, basically introducing who he is. And basically he's like kind of this, I don't want to say terrorist, but maybe like.
No, they describe him as a terrorist.
Oh, okay.
They specifically used the words. They said, "I have a terrorist in my head." That is words that they used in the trailer. Good. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. And he's just a bad motherfucker.
Yeah. Right.
He's super cool.
He wants to see destruction a lot. He wants to take down the corporation.
But it's purposeful.
Sure.
He does want to take down the corporation. It's not just he wants destruction. He wants to overturn the system.
Right. They got Keanu Reeves to do this whole thing. So like he's doing the voice acting, he's doing the motion capture. They had him for the interview for this, and he seems very excited about it, which is awesome. When you're an actor that's excited about the project you're working on, 100% chance that that's going to be a better performance than an actor who's not very excited about the project they're working on. So like, yeah, God bless Keanu Reeves, and that's just it. You know what I mean?
A few of the statements from the interview say that the character of Johnny Silverhand will change depending on the player's choices and how they interact with him. I think that's super cool. Just shows the level of detail they're putting into the game.
Yep.
Johnny Silverhand is a fucking madman, and I love it. Mm-hmm. A lot of the mocap we see a lot of huge. I know I say this kind of as a pun, but like animation in his what am I looking for? And just his performance, like a lot of dynamic emotions coming from Keanu that are not super typical of Keanu Reeves if you've seen his other movies.
Right, in John Wick, he's a very subdued person, more of. Yes. Even though that's like action. In this, he seems very charismatic and like over the top, which is very cool.
I can't wait to see Keanu in more of that charismatic role. Also, Keanu said, "There's a Johnny Silverhand in all of us," and that's just incredible.
I think you should make that like your Twitter header. That's there's a Johnny Silverhand in all of us.
That's incredible. He also said, Keanu himself is saying this, the game isn't just paths of quests, it's about who you want to be in this world.
So cool.
Epic.
Oh my god, I can't wait. I just can't wait. So next up we had a little like score and soundtrack section of the Night City Wire.
Yeah.
And James, you're stoked about this. I'm pretty excited about this because it sounds pretty awesome.
So cool. They use a lot of like 90s like synthy sort of things. Like you look at their instrument subs, and it's just wires fucking everywhere.
Yeah, they're just doing their own thing.
Wires and knobs and little like blips and bloops that I have no idea what they do.
They said they recorded 7.5 hours of music, of like soundtrack music for this game. That's a lot of music, dude. That's a lot of music.
Yeah.
And they said it's dynamic, so it changes based on what you're doing in the game. Yeah. So, dude, 7.5 hours, over 150 custom tracks.
They said every asset is per quest specific, and they have their own like score. So like there are quests in the game, like a majority of them, it seems like from what they're saying, that they'll like have completely unique scores or soundtracks for particular quests.
Yeah,
which is really cool. A few of the artists we have, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine.
We have Gazelle Twin, Grimes, Rat Boy, Run the Jewels, and that's just a few of the big ones that they listed off.
Yep. There's going to be a Cyberpunk EP. It's available now.
That's live now
on Spotify, Apple Music, all that good stuff. With his what 6 songs? I think it's like 6 when I looked.
Didn't look at it.
But this is the most important, like, this is an awesome piece right here, is that there will be a streamer safe mode in the game to disable certain copyrighted tracks that replaces them with copyright safe tracks, so you do not have to worry about DMCA strikes and all that good stuff, right? That is an amazing option. I don't really know how you go about programming that or setting that up in your game. I bet that takes a lot of time. So
it's automatic when you're streaming. Yeah. So the minute you hit broadcast, it's automatic in the game.
If you're broadcasting from your console, it's automatic.
Yes, that's what it sounds like.
Yes,
But aside from that, there's also an option in game just to turn it on or off.
Yep. Mm-hmm. For if you're streaming through your PC or OBS or whatever it is.
Yeah.
This part's awesome too. So this game will be in 10 different languages when it comes out, and it's not just the language over the English mouth movements. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They use a program called Jolly, which is a procedural solution that powers every language that the game has been localized for. So the mouths actually move in the way you would pronounce those words in each language. It's not just a dub over.
Right.
It's so cool. Like,
and they show footage of like from Spanish to like German to Japanese to Mandarin. It's so cool.
It was awesome. I was like, this is crazy that they're even doing this. Most companies wouldn't even give a crap, or they would just.
I wish they had that for Ghost of Tsushima.
It's sad. It's sad. Maybe we can hope.
Sad day.
We got multiplayer, but we did not get a good dub.
We can only hope and pray.
Yeah.
And then lastly, to finish out this insane episode, this is the last episode of Night City, Night City Wire, right?
Yep,
okay.
The last
one.
So
it gave a final gameplay trailer that gave a total context for the game, for like what's going on, so you know a little bit about like what's happening when you jump in the game. It shows customization, some of the decisions you can make in dialogue, and the player freedom you can do. It gives detail on your role as like you're a mercenary, so you're this outside perspective on a lot of the issues going on in Night City.
Yeah.
You could be like a gunslinger, or like someone who's super stealthy, or you can literally just be anyone in between, be whoever you want.
Right.
It gives a little bit of the main storyline about like this biochip that you take and plan to sell for money, but then it gets uploaded it into your head, and that's where Johnny Silverhand comes in. He's a part of this biochip.
Yeah.
And so you'll start seeing him, not because he's like really there, but because of this biochip that's in your brain
has him there. Yeah.
They emphasize a lot of player choice in the player experience, and they finish it off with the tagline, "Welcome to the next generation of open world adventure."
This 5-minute trailer got me more hyped than any Cyberpunk thing I've seen before. Okay.
I'm fucking stoked.
We got a katana. We really got a katana. And Chia in chat, great point. Keanu really do be living in your head rent free in this game. That's awesome.
There's gonna be a lot of those tweets day one.
You gotta
get it finished also with the reinstatement of a December 10th release date.
Right. It's happening. It's on December 10th now. I don't think they would have been so certain. We are closer to the release of Cyberpunk than we've ever been before, which is a weird statement.
Also, something that I was talking about Vin with earlier was I was saying like, what's the release plan?
Yeah.
Because as of right now, if you go into the PlayStation 5, or I assume also the Xbox Series X store, there's no PlayStation 5 version of Cyberpunk available. However, I did a little bit of digging and found out that only the PlayStation, or like, I'll just say the last gen, I guess. So Xbox One and the PS4 sorry.
You're good.
Versions are available at launch. And then both of those come with a free upgrade to next gen, which will be released sometime in early 2021.
Yeah, early 2021.
But that doesn't mean that the current, that playing the PS4 version on a PS5 or the Xbox One version on a Series X is not upgraded. Because
we got a video 2 days ago before this Night City Wire that compared the Xbox One X to the Xbox Series X going through Night City a little bit. Okay?
Yeah, we did.
And before I go into some details, right off the bat, it looks great on last generation as well. You know what I mean?
It does. It was surprising.
It looks very good. There's just some obvious like ray tracing that's not there, and some like reflections, lighting,
reflections. Yeah.
But other than that, it looks great. If you have to play it on a last gen, a PS4, Xbox One X,
it's not like
you're
you're
gonna be fine.
Seriously missing out.
Right. So, in the Night City Wire video presentation, CD Projekt Red gave fans of Cyberpunk 2077 a glimpse at the difference between the game on Xbox One X and Xbox Series X, where it's running via backwards compatibility. The goal was to make it crystal clear to customers that the game will be compatible with new and old consoles alike when it launches. The Polish company promises an even more impressive upgrade is headed out to when the actual next-gen version launches as a free upgrade sometime in 2021. I will not be waiting until 2021. I'm playing this right away. Yeah. When that upgrade comes, great. I'll play it again, or I'll keep playing it. however that's
Yep.
going to be. The video highlights several sections of a single extended quest while clipping out most of the spoiler bits of narrative. It shows the player moving through a dimly lit alleys, confronting both friendly and hostile non-player characters, and using every tool in their arsenal to make it through their objective. You'll see pistols, shotguns, explosives, and even a futuristic katana in action. The Xbox Series X version clearly shows enhanced reflectivity in the wet puddles on the surfaces of the street. Given the nature of streaming video, it's not all clear how frame rates or other performance features match up. For example, we don't know whether the game will run at 60 frames per second on Series X at launch, or whether it will be something that will change within the next year's update. And they also said, quote, a PlayStation gameplay video is planned for release, CG Projekt said in a news release, with a specific date set to be revealed in the near future via the game's official channels.
Now, Vincent,
Yes.
I watched IGN put out a video sometime this afternoon with their preview of the game.
With Tom Marks.
Yes. Did you watch it?
I did. He played 16 hours of the game in 2 days.
Yes. He played 16. That's insane.
Yeah. 2 work days.
2 work days. And he was saying that it's similar to The Witcher and that it is a huge, vast, expansive game with tons of detail, but it's rough around the edges.
Sure.
Some things of note that I thought were really cool is, or not really cool, I'll start off with the one negative that he said, and then I'll get into stuff that I thought was really cool. He said that the prologue is slow. But then he said once he got into it, that it really opened up and it really clicked for him.
And even though he said the prologue was slow, I didn't take that as a negative at all. I was like,
really
cool. Yeah, he said that this is not a first-person shooter. He's like, it's a role-playing game.
He did say it was
everything else.
a very slow burn.
That's fine with me. I don't really know what I'm like expecting in that case, but he says the game shines when you're driving around Night City from point A to point B and stuff like that. And that's what I'm more excited about than any of the gunplay. The gunplay is like an added bonus.
And he said that there are a lot of quests that he did that he never even took out his gun.
Right.
He literally just like were talking to people, and that's how he was completing quests, is through dialogue and making decisions and stuff like that.
And he said, yeah, he did have the option to raise it to guns, you know what I mean? But he just chose not to. So that's awesome. You have a choice to complete these however you want. That's
one thing that concerns me when he did talk about the combat.
Yeah.
Was he said that there's a lot of bullet sponges. And you know, Vin, that I hate bullet sponges.
I know you do.
But he did say once he got farther into the game and it like got more upgrades, that he felt like it was less of an issue for him.
Good. Well, that's how it should feel. You should feel like you're progressing, getting stronger. So it's good. I can't wait.
Which is cool.
James,
I cannot wait.
This is in 3 weeks.
3 weeks, Vincent.
James, how am I going to beat Spider-Man and Valhalla in 3 weeks? And Ghost
You're
of
not going to
Tsushima.
beat Valhalla in 3 weeks.
You're damn right.
How am I going to beat Spider-Man Miles Morales, Demon Souls?
Wait, okay, I had a question for you, James.
Last of Us Part 2.
Have you played Spider-Man before?
I have.
Okay. For some reason, when you sent me a picture of you playing Spider-Man Remastered, I was like, I don't know if James has played this game or not.
I have, but
Okay.
it's just as good the second time.
I know. I can't wait. I'm gonna play it after Miles Morales.
I'm loving it, Vin.
Good.
Well, this is the reason why I'm playing Spider-Man Remastered first, is because I want to get reacquainted to the new Peter.
Right.
The new
okay.
Facial actor.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Which I like him more than the first guy.
After
It's
playing
an
it.
unpopular opinion, but I like it.
After playing it.
The facial animations are insane.
Cool. Are you playing on fidelity mode or performance mode?
Performance mode, because fidelity's a little choppy, not gonna lie.
I'm 100% gonna play Miles on fidelity tonight.
I think, but even with performance mode,
yeah,
the detail's incredible.
Okay.
I can see
sure.
like the fibers in the suit. It just everything looks incredible still, and there's reflections on buildings.
Okay.
But there's not the very precise ones that you'd expect with ray tracing.
Okay. Fair enough.
Next up on the list, speaking of one of the games that I'm playing right now, there is a mystery behind a door in Demon Souls. I call it the Great Demon Souls Locked Door Mystery.
Sure, as one would.
This comes
Naturally.
from Michael McWhorter at Polygon.
Our boy.
So Demon Souls players recently found a secret locked door that was not in the original title. Shortly after, they tried to use gold coins, a new item that was added into the game that was also present in Blue Point's Shadow of the Colossus remake. So in Shadow of the Colossus, there was a certain like in-game bonus sort of thing if you collected 79 of these gold coins.
Okay.
So people thought they collected a certain amount of these gold coins that they could go
Door would
through
open.
this door.
Yeah.
However, that's not the case. But after completion of the game, when playing a new version, like a new game plus version of the game called Fracture Mode, a mode that mirrors the entire game world horizontally, players have discovered a new type of item called ceramic coins. And these are very hard to find. You have to break boxes
Okay.
in order to find them, and they're on the ground.
Is ceramic coin also a new currency for the new game, or is that also in the old game?
It is also a new currency.
Got it.
These coins have no monetary value and cannot be duplicated. And apparently there's like an old school like Demon Souls thing where you can duplicate items
Okay.
fairly easily. But these cannot be duplicated, and if you choose to duplicate them, they'll become cracked.
Oh,
And so then once they crack, but you can still use them for their healing buff, which like I think if you use them it'll restore health or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
However, they could be given to a merchant by the name of Sparkly the Crow, who will simply give them back, leading players to think that a certain amount of them might lead to a key being able to be given back for the door. So you go to Sparkly the Crow, you give him your ceramic coins, and he just gives them straight back to you. So people are like, oh, well, that must mean that I don't have enough.
Yeah.
Right? If he's not giving me something for him. Well, as of tonight, we have a development. At Distortion_2 on Twitter has solved the mystery to unlock the door and get the Penetrator armor set, which is sick. It's this black, super like I guess the best word I can use to describe it is pointy.
Sure.
But it looks cool. Yeah. It's an armor set, but they didn't say how they did it.
Okay.
So it's still
keeping it a
mystery
mystery.
how he did it. Yes.
I like that.
Which I like.
The guy's like, I figured it out and it's cool and I'll show you that I know it, but I'm gonna let you guys have the same fun that I did trying to figure it out. I like that a lot. That's cool. Good for Distortion2_2.
Good for him.
Shout out him. You know what I mean?
Shout out him.
God bless him. This is next up. James, do you want to take this one or should I take? I don't really care. I don't really know that much about it. Yeah. Okay.
I'll take it. All right. So today we also got a new Avengers War Table event. I think this was today or yesterday. Not quite sure.
Can I ask you how many average people were watching it, or did you watch it live?
I did not watch it live.
Okay, I'm just
I should have checked the views.
Probably under 10K. Hate to see it.
Unfortunately. You can check it while I'm waiting.
While you're reading?
Or while I'm reading.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
I will.
So, in Avengers War Table today, the new hero, Hawkeye, who is Kate Bishop, not Clint Barton, will be added as a part of the Season 1 update. And I'm not going to really go over her abilities, other than the fact that she uses a lot of like kind of ethereal sort of energy in a lot of her bow moves, which is pretty cool. Honestly, she looked cool, just not enough to buy me the game.
Yeah. Not enough for
$6. Or sell me the game.
Yeah.
Yes. The story will pick up right after the oh my god. The story will pick up right after the base game left off, with Kate Bishop tasked with rescuing her friend and mentor, Clint Barton, or the OG Hawkeye.
Right.
Clint will also be oh my goodness gracious, be available to play as and will play different, but we still don't know exactly how. Probably the most interesting about this event is the preview of Hawkeye or Clint Barton's operation coming next year called Future Impact. This is his own dedicated like mission storyline. And this is cool because this takes place in like a desolate future that looks like a post-nuclear fallout. He has hair. This is one of the first times that we see Hawkeye with hair, like longish hair. It almost looks like Devil May Cry length.
Okay.
Like Dante looking hair.
Oh, very nice.
Very cool.
I didn't watch this trailer at all, or this War Table.
It's kind of cool.
Okay.
Not the end part.
Yeah.
The end part is cool. The rest of it kind of take it or leave it for me.
Okay.
But that's okay. This takes place in a desolate future that looks like a post-nuclear fallout, and then you see Hawkeye walk up to who the camera pan reveals is Maestro. And if you don't know, Maestro is a almost like a mind-controlled version of Bruce Banner as Hulk.
Interesting.
And so he has this beard, and he has like a huge bald spot, and it's kind of comical, and he has like hair on the side. And so he's sitting like on top of one of the Sentinels,
Yeah.
and there's this wreckage behind him, and at his feet are a bunch of the Avengers relics, and they're all bloody.
Got it.
Um,
So it's like
and
alternate timeline future where he has killed the Avengers kind of dealio.
yes.
I like
And
that.
so in these artifacts, you see Cap's shield, you see Iron Man's helmet, and lastly but not least, you see Black Panther's helmet.
Ah, there you go.
Now,
Black-
before you write this off as just a narrative decoration,
Sure.
there was also a leak earlier suggesting that Black Panther would be one of the first post-launch heroes alongside the inclusion of Wakanda as a new area.
Right.
Crystal Dynamics has also previously showed off its in-game Black Panther logo,
Right.
leading people to believe that along with this release, maybe we'll see Black Panther as a playable hero.
This is also why, remember there was a war table scheduled for the day after Chadwick Boseman passed away, and
I do not remember that.
they delayed that war table by a week, saying that and the thought process was it was way too soon to announce anything with Black Panther in it, or anything like that. And so I heard people say that, like, okay, that's why Kate Bishop is the first one now instead of the second one, because they flip-flopped him because it was just a bad time to do any of that. So I don't know, who knows? That's also a rumor.
Do you think they're gonna try and? Do you think they've been working to try and fit that in narratively?
That's interesting too, because you would have thought that the first one, yeah, probably.
Right.
James, again, for Avengers, I can't wait for a couple years from now when this game might be updated and super fun to play with people. Like I'm very excited for that.
I'll give it a year.
I think it's gonna take more than that.
Wow.
I think this game's gonna be dead for a while.
Wow.
Yeah, but I really do want to play it. It's just
Waiting for PS Plus.
it won't come. They'll do too many updates. It won't come.
I think it'll come.
Maybe a lot of years from now. We'll see.
I think it'll come.
We'll see. All right, next up. Billionaire GameStop investor calls for big changes, including more
Reggie?
store closures. No, but Reggie was mentioned in this article.
Oh, good.
This comes from GameSpot. One of the retailer GameStop's biggest private investors has called on the company to make significant changes and close stores to help turn things around. The plan also includes a recommendation to scale down or close GameStop's business in Europe and Australia. Through his venture capital firm, RC Ventures, Chewy Incorporated co-founder Ryan Cohen holds a 9.8% stake at GameStop shares. Almost 10% of GameStop this dude owns,
Dang.
making him one of the biggest investors. Cohen said in a letter that he attempts to discuss changes with management privately yielded little progress, and he's now reaching out to the board of directors to try to stir things up. Board of directors does include Reggie. It does. In the letter obtained by the Wall Street Journal, Cohen said GameStop lacks the mindset, resources, and plan needed to become a dominant sector player. Cohen called out GameStop for its apparent unwillingness to pivot with urgency and grow with gamers.
Wow.
In Cohen's
Not
eyes,
looking good.
GameStop has also failed to keep up with major changes in gaming in recent years, including the transition from physical hardware to streaming, the growth in mobile, and change in buying behavior from mass retailers. GameStop has posted revenue declines and income losses in recent quarters, Cohen said, pointing out that this is particularly a problem because the gaming business across the industry is experiencing growth currently during the pandemic. So, game sales and everything is way up. GameStop sales are way down. And he's like, that's a problem. Like, that should not be the case.
It's a red flag.
GameStop should be moving up with games.
Absolutely.
Cohen also said GameStop should look to sell or streamline the company's non-core operations in Europe and Australia to reduce losses and generate cash. Cohen's got the right idea. I think as the reader here, I'm like, yeah, GameStop's got to listen to this dude. He owns 10% of the company. He should own more than that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to see GameStop die, but there's nothing keeping it afloat. That's for sure.
No. There's no reason for me to buy anything at GameStop.
No, not a chance. Maybe a collector's edition that might be there and nowhere else, but I don't even buy collector's editions. You know what I mean?
You know, maybe a used game that's cheaper than any sort of other
But look at this. Black Friday's coming up, and we were just talking about this. Our head's already at Target. Someone that is barely even in the gaming space has a better deal than going to GameStop. So that's just crazy.
They ain't popping out Game Informer magazines as a part of your
I wish, bro.
your pro subscription.
Not a chance. Not a damn chance. I wish I still got those magazines. I really did like those.
Those
in the
were
day.
so sick.
Yeah, good times. I had a lot of them.
I'm gonna tell you a story about them real quick.
Please do enlighten me. Yeah.
Back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
I used to get those magazines and I'd take them to school. This was me in like 5th grade.
Sure.
I'd take them to school and I'd read them in school, and then I'd get bullied for being a nerd.
Wow. And looking now.
Yeah.
Looking now.
Look at me now. Look at me now.
Forget those
Who would've
haters. Who would have thought?
Not me.
Not me.
Keep
Okay.
going, Vin.
After this, Halo 4 has officially released on PC early, completing the Halo Master Chief Collection. This comes from
Woo.
Games Debate. Today, Halo the Master Chief Collection is finally complete, as Halo 4 has officially arrived on PC today ahead of its scheduled release time. Halo 4 on PC includes customizable mouse and keyboard controls, 60 plus FPS, and lots more. Along with the start of Season 4 bringing all new unlocks, the PC release also includes text chat filtering, FOV sliders on next-gen Xbox consoles, crossplay, server region selection, updated graphic settings for each Halo title, new multiplayer offerings, as well as various fixes and quality of life improvements for the whole Halo Master Chief Collection. I've only played, so I never had played the old Halo games besides for Reach. So I was playing them with CJ Woodland, who's sometimes here. We played through Reach 1 and 2. So we're still going to go through 3 on stream, and then hopefully now 4 on stream, because I've been loving going through those. It's been an awesome time.
They're fun.
Yeah. Despite being the last game to finish off the series on PC, there will still be support for the Halo collection in multiplayer and single player, although chances are performance will be running buttery smooth if any of the previous Halo games are anything to go by. And judging by Halo 4 PC requirements, you won't need anything fancy to run it at a decent frame rate.
Then,
yeah.
If I were someone who didn't have a PC,
yeah,
and was a PlayStation gamer primarily,
yes,
I would strongly want, that's not the word I was originally looking for, but it'll do. I would strongly want to perhaps get an Xbox Series S, particularly just to use as a Game Pass machine.
Yeah.
For Halo Master Chief Collection and maybe Forza Horizon.
It's perfect.
Forza Horizon.
It's perfect. That's the perfect option for you if you're in that position. That's why
and
it's there.
I think a lot of people would be in that same position.
I think a lot of people will be in that position. But yeah, that's exactly what it's for. It's a Game Pass machine, baby. Dedicated.
Yeah. Despite its really low storage.
We got another one here.
Another one.
PS5 gets its first system update, but no one sure what it does. This comes from Destructoid. The PlayStation 5 hasn't been completely smooth sailing in the days since it launched. There are plenty of reports of crashes, flickering, and corrupted database problems stemming from external hard drives. It's not a deal breaker by any means, but people have had problems. I have not had any corrupted save problems, but I have had flickering. I haven't had any crashes either. Flickering.
I haven't had any of these.
Flickering was my rest mode problem. And Cheesy's had crashes on stream, like multiple.
Really?
They had 4 for Call of Duty in one night. It was crazy.
Interesting.
Yeah. Maybe the first PS5 system update will help change some of that. Sony pushed a firmware update this morning, which was yesterday morning. It's over 800 megabytes in size, and Sony's description is one we've heard before. This system software update improves system performance. That has everybody wondering what exactly this update does. It's surely geared towards stability, but what specific issues are addressed? It's impossible to know. Players want detailed patch notes because it'll dictate whether they think it's safe to put the console in rest mode or whether they can use external USB storage. I was streaming today, and I had 2 people in chat tell me to not put my PlayStation in rest mode because they're concerned that my PlayStation is going to lose all of their save data.
Yes.
I haven't really been concerned about that yet, but I don't know. It's crazy. The official word will simply remain that the update improves system performance. We won't get a thing there.
This update woke me up in the morning, Vin. My PlayStation
Why?
turned on to download this update.
Interesting.
Yeah, it turned on and probably 5 a.m.
Huh?
And I remember hearing the beep, and I'm in my bed right over there, and just kind of
Excuse me.
and I see my monitor turn on right here.
Yeah.
And I just see that it was it said finishing update. I said,
You're like, sweet, it'll be ready for Spider-Man tonight. And go to sleep. Back to sleep.
And I went back to sleep.
I love it.
Other than that, Finn, Sony said not to play games off of an external hard drive.
Right. Exactly.
And so if that's a part of this issue,
That's on them.
they're kind of doing it to themselves.
It's the player's problem.
Yeah.
Big time.
They said you can store them on an external hard drive, but don't play them off an external
Right.
hard drive.
Exactly. Exactly. Hit
That's
me with
all I
this
got
last
on
one.
that. Last one. Ghost of Tsushima is Sony's fastest selling PlayStation exclusive. This comes from Twitter. A tweet by Herman Holst says, Ghost of Tsushima is our fastest selling first party original PS4 game with more than 5 million copies sold since its debut in July. What an incredible achievement by Sucker Punch Productions.
So to put this in a little bit of context, God of War has been out for over 2 years now, and it sold 20 million copies. So this sold 5 million in 5 months. You know what I mean? Like that's pretty, or less than 5 months.
That's insane.
It's really good. It's really good. We have some Call of Duty Cold War review roundup going on right here.
Yep.
That was
not looking too hot.
It's not looking hot. IGN gave multiplayer a 6 and zombies a 7.
They haven't reviewed campaign yet. And if they have, it isn't up as a scored.
Okay. Interesting. You
on
think
their
that would be
website.
like the first one, huh?
That's what I would think.
Right. I don't know.
I could find
I've heard really fun things about the campaign because it's like in the
Really?
like espionage era. They said there's a lot of like parts of missions where you don't use guns and you have to like spy on people and stuff, and it's like
spy shit.
exactly. So it's like
I love spy shit.
I'm excited for that for sure. Yeah. What else we have?
We got the Metacritic. So we have a 78 Metascore with a 3.9 user score.
That's actually not bad at all.
No.
Out of 5?
What?
Out of
It's
5?
out of 10.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's not good at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. VGC, video game, what is this? Video
Chronicle.
Game Chronicles gives it a 60 out of 100.
And Game Informer apparently really liked it. 88 out of 100.
Yeah. I know I have a lot of friends that love this game. And I'm playing this to play with you guys, and that's pretty much it. Like, I won't play this alone, like, ever.
Obviously, Imran Khan didn't review it.
Why would he say?
Oh, I don't know. I was just assuming Imran Khan didn't like it.
Oh, he doesn't like anything. That's his
That's not
thing.
true.
Just...
That's not true.
But I don't know. Cold War. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna buy it.
I know you aren't. That is until Warzone integration, and then you'll want it, baby.
No.
December 10th starts the same day Cyberpunk comes out. So guess who won't be playing the Call of Duty thing? I'll be playing Cyberpunk. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. That'll be
All right.
happening.
Last part of the show, our favorite part of the show, random fun stuff. The stories without a story. We have 2 items.
2 items on random fun stuff this week. I'll hit you with that first one.
All right.
Fall Guys has sold 10 million copies on PC, which is
It's a lot of copies.
what $20 is how much that costs. So it's a lot. It's a
Yeah.
lot of cash money, dude.
Mental math.
It's a lot. It's
$200 million.
Yeah, it's 200 million. Exactly.
There we go. Boom. And then second item, Among Us Dev teases a new map,
Perfect. Oh, and
and I guess Nuketown comes out on Tuesday.
actually excited about that. I will be doing that. I will be playing it.
You know who's not excited about it?
You.
Yeah.
You're lost because I can't wait. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
They've been coming out with this map every year for about 5 years.
This is the 5th.
Probably longer than that.
This is the 5th iteration
wow.
of Nuketown.
I was exactly on. Yeah.
Right?
Cool.
You have Black Ops, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, Black Ops Cold War. Yeah, so 5.
But isn't it also in games that aren't Treyarch?
No.
Okay.
Treyarch exclusive map, baby.
All right.
And people praise Treyarch for their maps, but honestly, Cold War has some of the worst maps on any Call of Duty I've ever played. It's just they're bad. And there's like 6 maps. Usually a Call of Duty launches with 10.
Is Vince Zampella still on their team?
I don't know who that is. / what team? Maybe.
Like the head director.
Oh.
Zampella.
Of Treyarch.
Yes. Really
It's bright.
Really.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking at his
Okay.
Oh, he left to go to respawn.
There you go. And now he's probably working on Apex, making bank.
Yep, he's all about Apex.
God bless him.
All
That's
right,
it.
God bless him.
Episode 41
That's all we got.
of Checkpoint. In the bag. Thank you all for being here. Also, you guys, we have been releasing this week. We have released a video every single day this week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That is crazy. That's crazy.
Insane.
We did an entire week.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, entire week of content. This morning, as of recording, yesterday, as of you watching this on YouTube, James and I put out our PS5 unboxing video, and it is
Go watch it if you haven't already.
We're trying to push this baby on views. It's awesome.
Trying to get to 200. It's at like 168 or something.
Exactly. We're just gonna keep pushing it. I appreciate all of your guys' support. We have a lot of fun videos coming up at the end of this season. Yeah, party on, guys. Party on.
I love it.
If you're here on Twitch, I'll see you in the post show. If you're here on YouTube, click that Discord button. We can't wait to see you there. All that good stuff. All right.
Have a great night, everybody.
Have a great
/day
night.
if you're watching this on Friday.
All right, we're gonna roll that intro. Twitch chat. We'll be back for post show.
You mean outro?
Outro. Thank you. Outro. Done.